Hello, welcome to Leaping Lotus Tarot. My name is Addison. I really appreciate you checking out my channel today. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into a Pisces reading, all right? Let's see what wants to come through. Okay, right away we've got Page of Cups. Page of Cups, awesome. Tell me a little bit more. Let's get a little bit more here. King of Swords, okay. Page of Swords reversed. Huh. Okay, so we've got a masculine energy here that is starting to embrace a more emotional side to himself. He was developing out of a page energy of swords and coming into a king energy of swords. Now that he's embraced this king aspect of himself, the air sign, the sword energy, the communication, the articulation, just things more of the mind. Now he's realized that, okay, I've achieved that aspect of myself. Let me just go ahead and show you these real quick. Page of Swords reversed, King of Swords upright, and Page of Cups. I think I showed you this one already, but so now that he's embraced the sword aspect of himself, he's realizing that he needs to start embracing the more sensitive side, the more romantic, artistic type of side of himself. And there's emphasis on psychic here on the verbiage on this card, and that seems a little strong terminology for a King of Swords, since they're such like an intellectual, more like logical based person, to really embrace a psychic side. But what I'm getting with that is more like following their own intuition, realizing that there's a nature of the self that embodies more of a there's an intangibleness to what can be manifested through an emotion type of thing, more so than just like thought and logic and planning and strategy and stuff like that. So tell me more about what inspired this. What inspired this Page of Cups? Strength. Wow. What inspired it is possibly a feminine, because we do have a feminine here in this imagery. It could have been a feminine energy that inspired him, but also what I'm getting here too is that he's realizing through working with other people and realizing how other people manifest what they want and what's important to other people, having to collaborate with people in like work environments and stuff like that. He's realizing that emotions are actually a big component to just life in general, how people function, how people operate. And even though it hasn't always best served him in his own opinion and a way of going through things, he's realizing that there's an aspect to that. Tell me more about the Strength card, because here on this card it says compassion, sacrifice, healing, resilience, bravery, and courage. So is there a feminine energy in this that inspired this strength? We have Nine of Wands. I'm getting no, actually. This that may relate to some people, that maybe a feminine energy inspired some strength, but I'm getting for this particular reading that actually that's not the case. What inspired it was a Nine of Wands situation, like being a fatigued warrior, essentially, being really tired, having to have the strength to carry a lot of responsibilities, to see things through. We have a Knight of Cups too. So it's okay. I'm looking at the verbiage on this Knight of Cups, and we have romantic proposal, invitations, offers, chivalry, charm, lover, passionate, and commitment. So it may have not have been a feminine that inspired this in him. He may be closely associated with some other like work partner or something like that, who's a masculine energy, who tends to embody that aspect more. He's more of his Knight energy. He's more evolved in his emotional side than this King of Swords, who's starting to embody like the Page of Cups. Like he's kind of more, a page is sort of more of an undeveloped energy than a knight. So he's he may have been inspired actually, possibly through seeing how it was successful in manifestation for other masculines, more so than a feminine perhaps in this case. We've got Ace of Pentacles reversed. I'm getting there too, that things are not coming through as abundantly as he had hoped, through his strategy of being completely logical, intellectual, strategic, that type of way he was approaching situations. So he really did start to realize that the emotional aspect of things is much more important than he ever gave weight to, and he's starting to consider that a lot more. Okay, Tell me more about the outcome of what this success or this goal or ambition or whatever it is that this King of Swords is looking to achieve, how incorporating emotion and compassion is going to be fruitful in his endeavor. All right, we got a little sideways card here. Page of Pentacles sideways. Okay, so we had Ace of Pentacles reversed, and now we have Page of Pentacles sideways. So there's an aspect here of this kind of taking I'm getting sort of like a little while. This is an evolving process. A King of Swords is not going to become like, say, a King of Cups overnight. So in order to manifest, in order to turn this Ace of Pentacles reversed, it's evolving from an Ace of Pentacles reversed to a Page of Pentacles sideways. So this is like a very slow progression of this financial abundance in regards to implementing this emotional aspect to help manifest and create this abundance. So I'm getting that's a slow process, but it's still possible. It's not impossible. With the imagery on this card, we do have a feminine energy, and it's kind of, she sort of looks like she's in a sort of meditative, calming state. So this sword energy is really going to have to maybe perhaps embrace their more feminine side. Is kind of what I'm getting here, because we do have a couple imageries, several imageries actually, of feminines on these cards. So there is a component here where just that more feminine, softer side just has to be embraced naturally, and through kind of like a meditative state almost. Like this person really kind of needs to go inward, which I think is foreign territory for this person. They're so up in their head all the time. There's so much thinking and acting and doing and planning that to go within, you know, everything's so external, right? You know, what can I manifest in these pentacles? You know, pentacles representing money, right? Earthly things. And so the concept of going inward to find answers is very foreign. So that's a emphasizing point here that I'm getting. Now, we haven't had like Four of Swords or anything like that come through to really validate that point, but I'm getting that that's very important here. Is there anything I can get to sort of validate my intuitive hit here on the need for the need for meditation? Boom, here is the validation. 10 of Pentacles, okay? This is ultimate abundance. This is ultimate abundance as far as family, as far as finance, as far as even, it's not 10 of Cups, so like that's kind of more that like romantic emotional side, but really what I'm getting is I don't think this masculine is looking for the energy of a 10 of Cups so much as he's looking for the energy of a 10 of Pentacles. He's achieving the 10 of Pentacles energy through trying to implement more of the Cups aspect of himself, or you know, he just hasn't really tapped into that yet. I do believe that there's every aspect. I mean, we're all emotional beings, right? Just whether we feel comfortable to tap into that, how deeply do we tap into that? So it's a methodology, it's a strategy that this King of Swords is using to gain this 10 of Pentacles. And that was validation that going inward and finding that that quietness and that peace and that listening more so than speaking, the listening. Okay, confirmation on listening. Queen of Wands. Wow. Confirmation on listening. So this whole time I've sort of been feeling that there's a feminine energy here that may have been inspiring in some way, and my cards were saying no, the inspiration really came from more masculines. But here in the center we have a Queen of Wands, vivacious, passionate, funny, attractive, independent, stylish, optimistic. So perhaps embodying this more emotional side of the self for this King of Swords is maybe going to attract in a Queen of Wands, or if a Queen of Wands is already in the picture, I think that she's gonna like it. Okay, I think that she's gonna very much appreciate, I mean, just even look at the imagery of these King of Swords and this Queen of Wands like side by side. They both have a very sort of noble stature to them. They both hold their chins high here, and they're not afraid to really be who they are. And so I get that they're sort of the teammates here, or if not currently teammates, will be the teammates. Alrighty, that's awesome. Well, I feel like that kind of came together pretty quickly here. We're only 10 minutes in. I'm gonna get some oracle cards, but that seemed like that was clearly the message, was that this masculine is working on embracing a more emotional side in order to gain the success he wants in life through that 10 of Pentacles. But in order to, because remember I was saying it was kind of slow progressing, right? Because we had the Ace of Pentacles reversed into the Page of Pentacles sideways. This could potentially be a very slow progression if he doesn't go within and start meditating and really validating that desire and experience within himself of, yes, this is what I need to do. It's not just about to the end goal or a strategy. I feel as though to get to this 10 of Pentacles, it needs to be a deeper respect and sincerity toward the benefit of emotion is what I'm getting. It's not like, okay, well, I need to be emotional and compassionate because that's what other people like and that's going to get me what I want, to the 10 of Pentacles. It needs to be like, no, I discovered by going within myself that this is a true aspect of myself that is worthwhile to embrace, for maybe even to keep my Queen of Wands happy, right? That there's a deeper value to emotion here. It's been underplayed, it's been undervalued for a long time, and it deserves its light. Any advice for this King of Swords, or any final messages from this Oracle deck to end this beautiful reading for Pisces? I'm about to just pull one. Okay, we've got two. All right. We have radiate confidence and choose faith over fear. Wow, very interesting. So perhaps in the mental space that this King of Swords can be in, it would make a lot of sense that there would be some fear aspect. I mean, fear is something that we all contend with, even though this is a king energy. We're all evolving throughout life, right? If we're still alive on this planet, there's still evolving and purpose that we have here to do. And so that means we're going to be contending with the aspect of fear. The nature of who we really are as souls is love. And the whole point of life really is to come out of fear and to embrace love. However that manifests for us, however we give that gift of us uniquely ourselves to others, is the whole point, right? So choose faith over fear. Have faith that this decision that you're making to embrace different aspects of the self that you haven't delved as deeply into in prior years, that's actually worth it for you. Go in it with faith. Go in it and beyond just believing it's a strategy, but believing that there's a deeper truth to it. Don't have fear with it. Even though it's kind of foreign territory for you, don't be afraid of emotion. Don't be afraid of feeling things. There's nothing wrong with feeling things, even outwardly, expressing that you feel things outwardly. And I feel like it needs to be in a more compassionate sense. Now, you may be an actually pretty emotional person, as we all sort of are, but it's how we express it, right? So as a sword sort of energy, this person may have been kind of cutthroat. They may have been very cutting with their words. They may be articulate and communicative, but maybe perhaps in a not as soft way, you know, like there's that sharpness, that edge to the sword, that edge to the words, to the verbiage. And to realize that speaking in a more loving and compassionate way can really change the tone of, like, I mean, first of all, your reality, how others perceive you, how others interpret what kind of person you are. You may be emotional and sensitive, but if the words are coming out as cutting and, you know, very abrasive, they're going to think that you're not that softer person deep inside. They're going to think you're kind of a dick. You know what I mean? And so don't be afraid to kind of show vulnerability in emotion, especially if it's there and you're feeling it, to be honest with somebody and say, I'm feeling this right now. That's going to give you a lot of credibility, especially if you're already a naturally empowered, important person. Like, vulnerability is not a weakness. Radiate confidence. Have confidence in your vulnerability. Have confidence in the realization that just because you are dominant in a King of Swords energy does not mean that you don't have cups within you, that you don't have emotion within you. It's there is a fear. I'm getting with like the confidence. I think that you're a very confident person being a King of Swords, and you're around people who are confident as well, with like that Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Like, who you associate yourself with are very powerful, intellectual, smart, capable compassionate even, I think, people. And so I think that they see this within you, and now you just need to have the confidence to see it within yourself and realize that it has a lot of value that it brings to the table. All right, Pisces, I hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.